Yay.
All right. Let's start with olive. Olive. You guys know how to write olive? I didn't bring my little boards. I wish I had a board. We're talking about the cursive, yeah. So olive looks like that. Sort of a line and then a C. Like I was telling her, they don't really meet there. When they do, it sort of looks like a K, but looks like that. All right. What does a bet look like?
Like a tadpole?
A dinosaur head or something like that. And then it has
And the eye.
an eye. And what's that little eye called? A doggish. Okay. What looks like bet?
Not a cash.
Bet. Johnny Cash. Bet. Okay. Oh, we've done Gemo. Okay. Emo. To me, it kind of looks like a cup. Like, give me. Emo, give it to me. How about Dollet? Okay.
With a leg down.
To me, I kind of think of it kind of like a screw. I don't know. Whatever you're doing.
I always think of like a question mark.
Question mark. Okay, all the good
No,
hay.
the dog.
We did hay last week. Remember hay? Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird. It kind of does look like a hay in a way. Some of these look very similar. The hay, the block hay is just block, straight, and then the cursive hay is curved.
By the way, we did join in with you online last week.
Oh, good.
We weren't
Thanks.
here, but we were here.
Oh, okay. That's good. All right. Hay, bob. What's bob? That's easy.
Just the line.
Just a line. That's bob. All right. We did het last week. What's het? Het. Okay. It looks almost identical to it. Let me see what else do we do. Oh, let's do Yud. Looks like
Like
a
an apostrophe.
apostrophe. What else do we do? Lamed.
Mama looks almost like a regular L.
Yeah.
Like cursive L.
To me, it kind of looks like a Christmas tree ornament. And you're gonna hang it on a tree.
A cherry with a
Yeah,
symbol.
little cherry, Christmas tree ornament. Resh. Resh. It looks like resh. Okay, and then this is the one you just kind of lift. If you're Hispanic, you do those really well. So, let's see. So, mem. Yes, and you go,
It
but
looks
you
like,
go
it looks like,
backwards.
it looks like an N.
Yeah, and you're going right to left. Looks like an N. How about a mem sophie?
It's like a fish that's missing a fin.
A flipped cursive A, sort of.
Or like a fish that's missing a fin.
Yeah, almost a fish. Mem sophie. Bob. How about noon sophie?
The moon sophie is like a long.
Yeah, long line.
It's a long line. It goes down. If this were the line here, it goes below the line. Let's see, we've done olive. How about ayin? Well, I say it kind of looks like a
It looks
fish
like
or a
a
fish.
fish.
today that, on the screen, Torah was sometimes written with the dot and sometimes written without.
Right. So,
Which, if you believe that the dot, without the dot is a TH, that's interesting. I wonder if there's some usage reasons why you would say it differently based on usage
I don't know,
in
no,
the ancient.
yeah, modern,
In
you
modern
don't really say it any differently.
Right.
I do know that when, it's at the end of a word, it's hard to hear it. Bet. Bet. Or bet. They'll say bet. So it kinda, so, yeah, a lot of times, especially like, one of the reasons I started this was that, I wanted to know what the Israeli music I was dancing to, what it said. I didn't want to be dancing to something like, because they do have like barroom songs and stuff. So, but the problem was that so many of their words, a lot of their words kind of fade off at the end. And so, then you have to know what it means.
English does the same thing though.
Yeah, we do too. We're sloppy with our words. So I think that's it. Any others? Bet, resh, dalet, sheen, seen, tab, mem, lamed, mem sofi, yud, vav, nun sofi, aleph, ayin, nun, and gimel. Oh, and the het and the hey. What? Did you not get the
61.
paper at the beginning? You do need to practice, okay? It's just like anything else as far as, like, even English cursive. My granddaughter's 3rd grade, she's learning cursive. Some of them don't, yeah. Now, some of them do. I mean, this does. This one does. This one kind of does. So noon does. So a lot of them do, but yeah, a lot of them are different. Today, you're going to be lucky because I realized that we don't practice this enough. So I'm going to give you a story in cursive. Now, the good news is that I'm giving you the same story in block, in cursive, and then on the back in English, so you don't know what it means, okay? So, but anyway, it'll just give you some practice as to reading cursive. The problem with cursive, just as you know, even in American cursive, sometimes people's cursives are different, and so it's hard to, you kind of have to know the word in order to read it. So
is this a standard cursive everywhere?
yes.
Standard, everybody's writing.
Yes, they're kind of sloppy, like with the top. Sometimes I'll see it like, a lot of times I'll see it like this, especially on their products. Like, I got some products from Israel, and it was all in cursive, and I'm like, I just could not figure out what this letter was. I looked everywhere. I'm like, finally my Israeli friend said that was the way they do their tops. But it's sort of like a fancy, like we have different fonts. So, that's the same sort of thing.
Oh, we don't teach cursive.
What was that?
They don't teach cursive in school anymore.
Well, some schools don't. Some schools do.
Our homeschool does.
Well,
That's
There-
high school.
there are some public schools that are still doing it. I found out, like, I used to substitute in Richardson, and they did some cursive. I think they basically just said, here's the cursive, and then no practice. Well, they're not really going to learn it if they're not going to practice it.
When we get older, we'll be able to use it as a secret language.
That's right. Exactly.
Sorry.
I'm a math teacher, so I was doing math. And I was writing things down, and this boy raises his hand, I can't read that. I said, well, do you want to move up front? You know, there's a seat right up here. He goes, no, I can't read it. He couldn't read cursive.
No. They don't understand.
No. I said, well, let me just say that I'm not going to do block all day long. So, and I couldn't remember which class he was in and all. You know, you just have to learn. At least to read it if you don't want to write it. All right, let's go over the vowels that we've done.
Okay, wait.
There's one, the one next to the Dalek, what is that?
Well, we'll just start here. What's this?
Oh.
Olive.
Bet.
Dog, hay, ball,
Come on.
pet,
Wait.
Het.
you, lamed, resh, mem, mem sophie, nun sophie,
Ein.
Ayin, that's it.
nun, shin,
Shin, sin, top, or bob.
Yeah, het and hay were last week. This is hay. And if you look, it does kind of look like the block in a way, in the fact that the block has the outside and then the inside. Like that. Okay. Does kind of look like an ear. Hey! That's how you remember it. Alright, and then the hat kind of looks like the hat. I think I kind of put too much over there.
The meaning of the letter, according to just letter meanings for a hay, is like pay attention. This is important. It's like grabbing somebody by the lapels and shaking them. So you can kind of see those as the two lapels that you're grabbing.
Alright,
Only in Arkansas. Hey!
or like, yeah, hey! You know, with the ear.
The word, the letter as a word has the same meaning as the word in English that is the same as the letter. Hey!
Yeah, That's
It
good.
really is the meaning of the letter itself.
I haven't really, I've been so busy, I have not really looked into the meanings of every single, the only one I know for sure is the olive. Cause that
The only reason I know
signifies God.
that, there's only 4 that I really know. Well, 3. And it's because it's the name of God. Yud, Hey, Vav, Hey. It's really interesting. The Yud is the hand. The Vav is a tent stake or a nail, a spike. It's like, look, the nail, the hand. Hey, pay attention. This is important. The nail. Hey, pay attention. This is important. The very name of God points to crucifixion.
Oh, the nail scars in his hands.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, pay attention. This is important. Look at the hand. Look at the nail.
okay, let's do the vowels. So we've got, okay, even if you don't know what it is, what's the sound?
Hey.
Eh? Oops.
And this is
Ah.
it's a commit and protect.
Now some of you missed this one probably.
But or
Sickle.
silent.
Huh?
Or silent.
not
This
that
is
one, that's 3 dots.
It's
This
not
is a
silent.
sickle.
The silent one is just 2 dots.
It's silent.
You're
Yeah,
getting mixed
yes.
up with another one
It's
there.
silent.
That's not that one.
No, it's always the same.
So, right, we've got 2 S's and 2 R's. So, yeah. Okay, what about this one? Ooh.
It will hit shifty.
Now, sometimes you will
If they're both-
see
if they've
people
got 2
transliterate with the
together,
double O.
It will shift the
Um,
emphasis.
then
to
you've
the first
got-
syllable instead of the second one. That's not the one that's the ones it goes up
Hold
in
on.
the
O. This is not a vowel, but we use it when we look at vowels. This is the schwa.
so
This one?
No,
so if there's
That's what we're gonna do.
like what's it?
Is that it we did? Alright, so today, since we're on vowels,
66.
Yeah.
we're on page 73, lesson 11.
If it follows the along it, it'll break up.
Alright, we're gonna do, wait, that's next week. Never mind. Next week, never mind. I thought it was this week. We have done it before, we just haven't gotten there yet. When you have, I'll just use, a bet. When you have this is a diphthong,
They,
this is E,
Which comes out A, like
A.
like a long A sound.
yeah, A.
that apostrophe.
So this is, gonna end up being an E,
right.
but they use a dot. That usually the dot is just an E sound, and then a dot with a little U is an E sound. So when you see this, it's like an E sound, which they haven't gotten to yet, but they have gotten to the diphthong. So anyway,
They have been singing songs that don't write. You want the alphabet and put the dots, like big and put the dots.
You say E
Right.
sound, don't you mean A
oh,
sound?
like for here, for the O.
E,
No, not the,
just a dot.
sometimes I've seen it.
One dot C.
Yes, yes.
So just put the dots.
Oh,
So
okay.
the dots.
That's an O.
So it changes it to,
That's normal.
That's an O sound.
so.
So this is a holum, but with the vav, it's a holum vav.
Right.
You can write it either way, with the holum or with the holum vav.
So if in the bed now, if there's a dot right outside on top of it, it becomes green.
Both. Like we did today, we did both. And if you saw on the screen, you saw this, right?
Right.
Both.
Plus the cursive.
Alright, then the other thing we had was this. So what is this?
Wow.
And what's this? E, I. So it becomes I. Yeah. So we have U, O, A, and I.
We can make a Disney sound out of that.
The apostrophe is also a vowel.
We got two U, O, I.
So the apostrophe is also a vowel.
Pardon?
The apostrophe is a vowel on its own.
If there's nothing underneath it, yes, it makes it E sound. We'll get to that one next week for some reason. Like I said, it's not, I thought it was this week, but I don't want to. It's not in your reading, so we won't go through it yet. All right. Any questions over? We've done quite a bit, haven't we? We've done a lot.
And we're still here.
And you're still here. And next week we're going to start doing some scripture reading because after today, when you get the Kaf Sofit, we can do Baruch. And that's the first thing. Baruch atah Adonai. You got to do it.
I was trying to read along today, but it was just way too fast for me.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay. So one other thing I want to go through because we're going to play a game next week.
We play a game
well,
every week.
hopefully. Huh?
We pretty much play a game every week.
I like to play games. When you come in, I like to have something for you to do and just review and stuff.
It's a Hebrew game show.
It's a Hebrew game show, that's right. Okay, so we want to go over our numbers. Okay? So if you want to look at them right
Shoot, we
now,
were supposed to
because if
memorize
you haven't looked at them or memorized them, it's
You
on
have to tell me it's actually
page
supposed to memorize
70. Alright, and the other thing, I don't remember if I mentioned this last week or not, it was in my head to do so, but sometimes I get distracted. In Hebrew, they have both feminine letters, or numbers, feminine numbers, and masculine numbers.
That's so weird.
Okay? So when you say Adonai Echad, echad is masculine. Achat is feminine. And so when you're counting, when you count something, or you're numbering something, or you're telling someone how many shekelim you have or something, you're going to use the feminine.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
But if you're saying 3 boys,
I thought you used the masculine.
If it's used as an adverb,
Masculine for money, like.
I mean adjective,
no.
it's used as an
If you're
adjective
counting
modifier.
something, the days,
If it's masculine.
time,
So the masculine is only used when you're actually referring to masculine.
right, now if it's in a sentence
When you use it
probably,
with male
you
nouns.
know, if it's in a sentence, you would probably, yes, use the adjective or that goes with the word. I'm just saying like you're counting people,
Okay.
okay?
Probably because it's shorter and easier.
Now, the book gives the feminine, where's the masculine ones?
Well, yeah, I can bring them next week if you want them.
If you would, because that means we're gonna be puzzled. This is a number, that's not what they taught us.
Uh-huh.
Could you do that, please?
Okay, I can bring them, in fact, I almost ran it off this week. Numbers, I think all the way to 1,000.
And for those that are online, we'll post it next week.
But it was a lot of pages and my daughter's out of ink and
Works for little
so
kids
I said,
there.
okay, maybe I'll just bring you like, what I'll do is I will bring you the feminine, masculine, 1 to 20, it's just like arts, okay? For example, you go, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then it's 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. But once you get to 20, then it's 21, 22, or 35,
So you need
okay.
to know what, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,
So,
80,
yes, they
90,
have
100.
different words from all the way from 1 to 20. Once you get to 20, then it's just 21.
Okay, and 100, is there like a word for 100 and a word for 1,000 as well? Like,
Yes, yeah. We'll get to that. I don't want to.
so very similar to the way we do it.
Yes, exactly.
But masculine and feminine, you'll give us both?
Yes, I'll give you both of those.
Thank you.
The
And could
back,
you post it online?
yeah, I will try to do
Just
that.
those documents last week I couldn't find.
I know, because some of the documents up till now is not on my computer. Because I hand wrote them. I did it by hand. I need to go back and do it, but I just haven't found any time to.
And for those online, I'm going to basically give a link to the Google group so that you can find it.
That's good. Anyway, let's see. One thing about Hebrew that I don't like is that you can't say like it's 1960.
Right.
You have to say it is 1960. Okay? So it makes the years.
The long
Probably
numbers.
the different one is the English, because feminine and masculine is in Spanish too, when like houses and people, big numbers.
See, that's why people who are Hispanic, they do so much better going to Hebrew than those of us who are like, seriously, we have to match up our genders? I don't know how they're going to do it when they get all these genders.
Yeah, and everything has a number.
Yeah, you can't say male or female anymore.
Right. If you can't
So now the
say,
Hebrew outfit turns out transgender. Forgive me for those online.
how are you going to say he and who if there's no he and no who?
Hey, for a rabbi to be on politically correct suddenly.
My lunch,
Sort of.
Uh-huh.
We just lost 10 viewers.
all the exact vowels are all our exact vowels.
Really?
A, E,
It's
I, O,
amazing when you pick
Oh,
this stuff
cool.
up.
That's how we do it.
Wow.
They're all the same. And sometimes the pronunciation is just
There.
Okay.
Also gain-
So let's say them all together, and then we'll go, we'll go around the room and we'll count. See, let's see.
And we're going followers weekly.
Well, we've got more than 10, but we can do it. All right, ready? What do you say? 1. Hot. 2.
Shatayim.
Shine. Okay, this, you don't, this one, the Shva,
Cause it's at the beginning, you don't pronounce it, you just go Stein with a break.
so it's just really one syllable, Stein,
Stein.
Oh, really?
yes.
Because
Stein.
normally everybody, you brought that up last week in the video.
I think it has something to do with long vowels and short vowels and doggishes. So there's a doggish there. So because there's a doggish there, then it's combined.
Right.
It's one of those rules that I don't really do a lot of rules, and so it's hard to remember. So just like pretend you're a toddler and you just learned it that it's Stein.
Sounds German.
We're not gonna tell a toddler the rules, we're just gonna tell him. Alright, what's 3? Shalosh, 4, Arba, 5, Chamesh, 6, Shesh, 7, Shava, 8, Shmone. Here again, it's not Shemo. It's Shmo. Shmone. Shmone.
Two syllables,
9,
not three.
Tesha,
Right.
and 10,
Yes,
Eser. Okay, because it's a double sickle. So you got 2 together, then you,
So the emphasis should go on the first one, so
the
we add.
emphasis goes on the S, Eser. Eser. Alright, here we go, we're gonna start with Diane. I forgot we can't count you because you're not, he knows it, he just doesn't wanna show off for everybody, I'm sure.
Totally wasted joke.
Alright, here we go, ready? Number 1, Diane.
number 1.
I put a restroom right
Okay, hot.
So it's just
She's
the
reading
S.
the page, so.
Okay, remember the head, if you possibly can, you might as well practice it now. If not, it's a hot. But if you can get it into your throat, the more you can do, the more professional you will sound. A hot. A hot. Number 2, go ahead, we're going around here. 2, you. Stein. Like Steinmart, only Stein.
Now we know there's so many German Jews. Shalosh.
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 Alright, 4. Hamesh, 6. 6.
Next time I'll get up there.
Shesh, 7. Shava, 8. Shmoni. Shmone. Shmone. Just 2 syllables. Shmone. 9. Randy? 9? No, 9. Tesha. Tesha. Yes, Tesha. And then 10? Eser.
What was 5?
Okay. Achat, Shtaim, Shalosh, Arba, Chamesh, Shesh, Shava, Shmone, Tesha, Eser. Here again, the Eser. You hardly hear the R at the end at all, because it's rolled, and so it kind of rolls off. Eser. It's kind of in the back there. But if you say Eser, people will know what you mean. Okay? Eser.
The R is a little back on there.
It's like Eser.
It's the R is that girl here.
So 11, just so you know, is hot Eser. Yes, but we'll get, if you want, we can do that next week.
Oh, because 10 plus 1.
10 plus 1, yes. Alright, today we're going to do cough, cough, and cough Sophie.
That cough, Sophie? Kaf Sophie.
Kaf Sophie, yeah. Kaf Sophie. Kaf Sophie is gonna have two pronunciations. Okay, but we'll get to that. All right, let's just look at Kaf. Guess what? The cursive on Kaf is easy because it looks just like it.
This look like a pet.
I'll put it in my pocket.
Very similar to pet.
What do I do with it?
But what?
Her pin.
My pen.
In
Let's stick it in this pocket. Ah, here it is. Okay, Kaf. There it goes,
It's a
see?
little ear.
Okay, looks almost exactly like it.
pet.
Well, now Bet has a curve here.
Yeah, but in block.
In block, it's gonna be hard to
Very,
tell.
very similar, yes.
Yes.
And block it's similar except for the bet.
Right,
The line continues over here slightly like that.
right. Yes, the Bet and the Kaf are gonna be very similar, very similar. Especially depending on the font of the Hebrew. Some of it is really close. Just like the Resh and the Dalet.
They blocked ones that were similar for the most part. I'm surprised they didn't put this up there with the bet and the that.
Maybe they
Because
thought
of the sound.
4 of them that looked almost alike would be too much.
Too much at once. Yeah.
Well, the reason I like this book is because it gives you the most often used letters first, so there's more words you can know.
It's not.
Yeah. And then these are really kind of harder ones anyway. Cough is a hard sound because it has a what in it?
A dog.
A dogish. So, for the most part, you will always see it transliterated with a K. Okay? K. The cough, alright, it has a CH. Okay? Which kind of means it's sort of like the het, and that is in your throat, H. Ha. Ha. Okay? Now, in Israel, in order for it not to be mixed up with a het, they use an X. So you'll see it transliterated with an X.
Weird.
I guess just because it's not really an H, we kind of use an H. Okay, it's a guttural, so just to differentiate it, I don't know. But I'm just telling you, when you see the X, it's the H in the throat. Ha.
It's like pronunciation in Spanish.
And I think, does anybody have the alphabet that I gave them?
A what?
You have the thing on the alphabet that I gave you?
Yeah.
I think it's on here. Yes. Yeah, it is. So you'll see right here, it has Kaf and a K. Kaf and an X. Kaf Sophie, they use Kaf Sophie and they use the X. But for the Sophite, we always use the K, and you'll see why when we get to Brook. So the Kaf Sophie, we almost always use it as a K. All right. Now there's 2 ways they will write this. When it is an actual ending letter, like Baruch, it stops at the K. You will see the Shva on the Kaf Sophie.
I'm sorry, can you repeat what you just said? I was still looking at the page. And I
Okay.
got it.
So, the Kaf Sophie, in here, in America, we almost always use the K. Okay? But, I guess, according to that paper that I gave you, that's from my, Jerusalem classes, they had it in X there too. But I don't remember in any of my books that I went through that it had the K at the end, I mean the X at the end.
Right, maybe.
So, but I do see, you do see a lot of this. All right, with a Pop Sophie, we almost always write it as a K. Even
What
if
were you
it's
saying about the dots?
Pop, huh?
What were you saying about the dots?
Okay, the little schwa, that's, so it's, because it's the end. It's the closing of the syllable, basically, remember? Yes, same as the beginning, or the middle, or whatever, where it is. But, huh? And so it's just like back, or rack. It's just the K at the end. Right, but you're going to see, I'm pretty sure, yes. You will see it like this. So this is just K, this is ak. Ak. And sometimes you'll see it AK, sometimes you'll see it ACH, but this, to me, is the same thing as the ak with the het. So I tend to think you'll see it like this more, but here
Like
again,
Bach.
transliteration.
Like Bach and Beethoven.
Yes,
Bach.
yes. Bach. You will see transliterations that are vary, okay? So, just so you know how to pronounce it is all you really need. Well, let's do one because it's also ka. So, let's do one because it's going to be how it's in the word. So let's turn to page
The AK would be if it's at the end.
yes, 74.
The transliteration of this one is the same cup.
Yes. Right now, let's just look at it as a K. And then when we start looking at the ones with kamats on there, then we'll look at it. I think it'll be better when we look at it as a word. All right, number 7 on page 74. Is everybody there? All right. Do I have a volunteer to start? Ochel. Ochel. Yes. So ochel. Here again, if you can kind of put the little thing on the, yeah. Sorry, I know. Ochel.
I have to catch myself too.
That's what I think about your
Does that mean
food.
I give up? Sorry.
People online, please ignore that.
We're sorry. Sense of humor came out.
Yeah. Okay, oh, head. Oh. You'll see it like that.
And the next one is the same.
You'll see it like this. So, see the
It's actually a
difference?
big bell.
This is oh hell,
Yeah, but it's not, it's all
and this is oh head. So, this does kind
You
of
can
make a
say the
difference.
second one.
Yeah. Here again, our point is not really to transliterate and be a perfect transliterator. It's more to help you in your speaking it.
Yeah.
And also to read, like when we do on Shabbat morning, to read them.
Yeah, I was just wondering why line 10 is so big.
I don't know. Alright, the second one there is exactly the same as the first. So you were asking me about this
Yeah, I thought
earlier.
so.
It's the same thing. The only thing is it's a holem and not a holem vav. Okay, there's no vav there. So instead of having the vav, they just took it out and left the dot. But it's the same word. Okay?
Just because it's up there on the corner.
Right.
Right.
Gotcha. Okay,
Yeah, here you go, look right down.
And then I guess when they took the valve out, they put the bowl in, but it's still okay.
Like, hey,
Where are we?
Hey.
You did one? The
Hey,
first one?
girl.
Randy, what's the third one there?
You wanna look at Gordon?
That's not a V.
Oh, see, you're having a problem too.
Yeah,
It's not a K.
we're running out of letters, aren't we?
It's a H in the throat. The who. The who. The who.
Are you saying like WH who?
Yes.
That is a
W-H-U, I guess. But it's in the throat, so.
but it's not.
And now we know why they saved this one till later. That they don't do these at the beginning.
Because they're tough.
Yeah.
So is that next
And the
word
next one
big call?
is
I'm sorry, where are we?
Big call?
Now, okay.
Line one, which one?
All right. You're gonna have to listen to this, and you will
Excuse me.
be mad at me, but
It's a stop.
there is oh darn. Let's see.
Behold.
Kamatz gadol. A kamatz gadol.
Behold.
Okay. Technically,
Next one.
I can't, it's not doing it for me, it's not, it's big, it's supposed to be thicker,
Oh, so that's why line 10 is thick, bigger.
man, no.
Good try though. Oh, extra type if it's like that.
That would be too easy.
Okay.
Okay, anyway,
Read the space.
when you have a kamatz gadol, it's actually an O sound. But since it's not used very often, I'm just gonna give you a little secret.
Can you share with us?
When you see a chaf and a lamed,
Okay.
okay, even if it has kamatz at the bottom, it's whole,
Behold.
okay?
What?
Whole.
That's behold.
So it's behold.
So it's
Yes.
not half, it's whole.
Why is it changed?
Behold. Right.
Because you're the one.
You still love me?
We're praying for you.
We love Hebrew language and yet
Behold. So whenever you see these two, it's just whole. A lot of times you'll see it transliterated with a kol.
Okay.
Behold. Behold.
Cool. Is it whole or coal?
It's actually an H in the throat. Behold. I'm just saying. People transliterate. This is just a hard one. I'm sorry. The kaf, the haf, and the kaf sophie. Just. All right. Last one there. Where are we? Sheva hol.
There's lots of holes.
I'm gonna say sheva hol.
There's lots of holes.
Okay. The reason I'm gonna say that is
Lots
because
of holes in our
Hole
meeting.
means-
Any way you want.
yes. Sure.
Is all, okay? Be
Forgot about pronunciation here.
is in. So behol means what?
Behold.
Hol is all. Be is in.
In all.
In all,
She. Let's see, let me write it correctly. Yeah. She is that or which.
That is whole.
So sheva hol,
That which is whole.
that which is everything.
Oh, which is everything?
All
Share
of
a
it.
whole, that all inclusive. That
Ev-
which
It,
is-
it includes everything, that, so,
We get it easy in Texas, we just say y'all.
that's right. But, you see this a lot in biblical. Shebachol, okay,
For all.
Yeah.
Glory, the whole.
right,
We need a Texas edition of the Bible.
Shebachol.
Y'all been bad.
That's why I think that's a hole and not a hall.
I challenge you to write it.
Now, I could be wrong, so, I'm no expert, but, alright, line 8.
You're the most expert person here.
I know, that's scary.
He's the only one.
Malche. Malche.
Okay.
Two little dots on your side.
Okay, remember, this is what? A. Okay, and it's mal. And then, is there something at the end? No, there's something at the end. Malche. Oops.
Put that in.
Malay. Oh, I forgot that. I forgot it, sorry. I knew there was something missing.
Okay.
The two dots do serve as a syllable breaker.
Sometimes you'll see it like this. Here again, the che and the ch, they sound so much alike. You could say malche, ke, che. You might, I don't know how they're going to transliterate it. How would the Jews transliterate it?
That's always a good question.
With an X.
Not the Germans, but the Jews.
Malche.
Yeah, uh-huh.
They're going to put the X in there.
An X?
Now you see why they put the
They're
X in
saying
there.
the X
Uh,
color down.
They just want you to say the
They
H gutturally.
transliterate the.
That's interesting. I wouldn't have guessed that at all.
I don't know,
Okay, it's just a.
Okay.
you read on that, she
Because
said
it
that.
looks,
Malche.
because it
And
looks
so
so
it's,
much like,
when you listen to it, it does kind of sound like a K, Malche. But,
They said they don't do it.
it's used to live in Israel.
in Israel.
okay,
We're stupid when we go to Israel.
okay. All right,
But actually,
What's
it's
the
more
next one?
accurate if you learn it. Because you see that you never
Malchut.
or something.
Malchut.
She's
What's the
from
next
Colorado,
one?
she normally don't get.
Line 8, the third one.
Thank you, now I know I am.
Baruch. Where do you hear that? Baruch Adonai.
Ah, that's what that's what I was thinking.
Baruch Adonai, Baruch Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai.
Eloheinu Adonai.
I don't know how we can pronounce this one together. I mean.
Okay.
Okay, that's the last one.
Alechem. Alechem.
Okay. This is what? What's that?
By having that beginning means that gets a syllable all by itself.
Aleikum.
Alechem.
And that is another word that we use.
So the two dots before at the beginning mean this is going to get its own syllable.
At the beginning.
So you see
That's what I'm saying.
translated
two
like
dots
this,
before
right?
the syllable.
Alechem.
Just leave it.
Here again,
Every time there's
the
a
problem
vowel,
with the
there's a
CH is you
syllable.
tend to think of it as a chet, but it's sort of the same concept, and the Jews, I think, are up to something when they put the X, and just show that it's a H in the throat rather than a chet, but
Jews are never
sounds
up to
alike.
something.
These two sounds like this
yeah,
that sounds
the shva in the beginning doesn't really mean too much. Honestly, I can't find anybody to tell me why they have it like that. So I'm sure there's a rule somewhere.
It's hidden somewhere.
It's somewhere. Alright, 9. Ka, cha, cha. So the first one's K for sure. Ka.
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 Is it like a crow? Ka
say that, and I held off. You would do that. I started to go that direction. I said, no, I'm not going to do that.
What's the next one?
Kamoka.
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 Kamocha.
Kamoka.
It's like something you drink.
Because the first one's a K.
I'm not really sure that's
Ka. Because it's got the dog, so it's hard. Ka. Mocha.
Sha. Ha. Ha.
There's an H sound if it's at the end, that's right.
Sha-ha.
It has an
So now we got the het, and the ha.
That was the hard.
Ha. Ha. Yeah, these are bad. I told you wouldn't like me by the end. Alright,
So line 9, fourth one.
alright, go to the big line.
Wait, line 9, fourth one. Again?
After this lesson, I hope to see you all back. Alright.
Yes.
Alright, so what is that?
Yeah.
And then this one also
Hey.
has the same as a K.
Hey,
Double K, and then an M.
One of them's stronger than the other.
Slightly.
Which one's stronger?
They're both actually guttural.
I'm sorry to back up. Line 9, the fourth one. Both are guttural ha. Isn't one of them a stronger guttural than the other?
Because it's the second syllable.
I would say the het is stronger, but the emphasis on the ha.
Is on the second syllable, so even though it's stronger, the second one's probably going to come out stronger because it's the second syllable.
Yeah, just like
Okay. You're right, this is hard.
What's the next one?
I don't even know what line we're on.
Just started 10.
Ooh.
Just started 10.
Second word on
Say
10.
that in
Second word.
No, she just did 10-1. We're on now the other one.
Ooh. What's the next one? Lock. Now, lock is you, feminine. To you, I guess. To you. Remember, lamed is a to. So, yes. Shalom lach, peace to you. Now, a man, it's lacha.
Shalom lacha or shalom lach.
Yeah. I'm surprised that's not in here. It is, I'm sure.
Somewhere.
Probably. What's the next one?
Shech.
Shech.
You gotta
And
get that
last
N.
one? Oh. Alright, I don't know why in the world those are larger, because you don't really use them.
They usually
It was just,
Oh, they just fit somewhere.
it was just a printing thing.
I had to remember it is in, oh, I'm on top of it, ooh, I didn't quite make it.
Bullshit.
Alright,
Bullshit.
now, line 11, there are words that we use all the time.
Malak.
And these are words that are in a lot of the scriptures, and this is the reason why after today we should be able to read more scripture.
Okay.
Alright, so what's 11?
Melech.
Melech.
Alright.
Okay, remember Tusagos, it's Melech.
Oh yeah, the two of them in the first one.
Okay? And that means what?
King.
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 Next is Derek.
Yeah.
You know what that means? Road or way.
Okay.
Orek. Orek.
And the next one's interesting.
And then what's the last one?
Hoshek.
Oh,
Hoshek.
okay, it's Hoshek.
I was right. The O double sounds.
Yes, there was no vowel underneath it, but the dot on the sheen goes with the dot, a dot with the chet.
That's tricky because of double sounds.
Yes.
which is why I said Hollerec, because I knew it double sounded. You know that, you told me that.
And you got it, alright, I don't remember the dog name. Alright.
Yeah, because it double sounds. I was shocked I remembered. Hollerec.
Okay, oh, here it is, line 12. So how do you pronounce the first one there? Lacha.
I
Lacha.
thought you said it said,
You know, there's no,
Lach and lacha. Which is kind of weird because, I mean, it took me a while, I'm sorry, I'm slow.
Why wouldn't it be lacho?
Well,
because it's a,
the feminine does not have the ah and the masculine does.
because that's a long and
Lach
in front of it.
is
Okay.
feminine, lacha is
Oh, because that's the
masculine.
rule with a cough in front. Got it.
Taka, maka, daka,
Where do you have going?
baka,
Well,
ruka.
She hasn't handed it out yet.
worksheets were done, because I put them into my video podcast. I put them right into the page.
Alright, 13.
All the pictures in one place.
How do you pronounce that?
That we can use it 5 years from now.
Amcha.
what?
Amcha. Or amah.
Because that makes it a stop.
Right.
So it's
Amcha.
cha.
What's the next one?
Shemeka.
Shemecha.
Shemecha.
Shemecha. Next. Yadeka. Some of these words now you should be probably at least familiar with from the prayers. Yadeka. And what's the last one? Beteka. Beteka.
Be, yeah, be,
Beteka.
techa.
See, I get confused with that B and that.
You're doing
No,
good.
they're
I
so
see the
close.
one thing.
Alright, 14.
Yevareka.
Yavareka. Oops, Yavarek. This is not
Oh, Yavarek.
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 What's the next one?
Toke.
Betok. Betok.
Beto.
Betok. Next.
Levaveka.
Yeah, the K sounds separate.
Lavavka. Lavavka. Lavavka.
Oh, because it's not her.
The last one is the one you hear in scripture more. Lavavka.
This is the last
Okay.
We need to get going.
Alright, go to page 79. Y'all still have time and we'll look at the words that actually have meanings. Well, they all, no, most of these have meanings, but at least now we'll know them.
Malak.
Alright, king,
Malak.
our king.
It adds a new on the end.
You know this one. Avinu
Makin.
Malkeinu. Okay? Kingdom. Malchut. I heard it, Malchut. Or Malchut.
Makus.
Bless.
Or machuth.
Bruru.
Barchu.
Verhu. I'm sorry, my fault. I didn't look at it.
Barchu, I don't know.
Blessed.
Blessed.
The next Baruch.
Baruch. That's why I say now we can do a lot of the prayers. Baruch atah. What's glory?
Vote.
Kavod.
That's also another word that we use a lot.
We use that a lot. How about your hat? Kova. Kova. Okay, remember this one? That, you're not gonna enjoy. Line 3, what's that? With all? No. The whole. The whole. Remember, the Chaf and the Lamed together are usually whole.
Regardless of what the vowel is.
Yes, especially when it means with all. Or with or in all. Okay, wise. This is the one that we laughed at. It actually is a meaning.
Sue, do you have sheets for next week?
Yeah, yeah.
Would you could I have
Chacham. Chacham.
Wise up here.
Okay, where are we? Correct. Nachon. Nachon. So now I can start saying, nachon, nachon. Correct. Darkness. Choshek. Pretty much after this lesson, you should be able to read Genesis 1 in Hebrew. Yes. Pretty much. Line 4. Ken. Intention.
That's only because I do it.
Kavanah. You've heard it before, but I don't know. I think we translate it differently than intention.
No.
Next, strength.
What?
Choach. Remember when there's patak underneath the pet, it's an ak.
And where do you get the strength? And at the end of each of the chapters in Torah, they go chazak. Same root word, chazak. They need chazek. That's have courage and be strengthened.
Be strong.
Be strong.
Blue. Kahol. Wall. Hotel. Yeah. How many of you been to the hotel?
Nice room in the hotel.
Yes, in the women's section. Yeah, it's like a fourth of the men's section, but that's okay. I'm willing to take whatever they give me, right? Crown. Cab. Tab. It's an arash. Well, what's the next one? Because if I pronounce it, I'll pronounce it. Kasher. Which is the same thing as kosher. Kasher. Road, I said that. Derek. Knee. Derek. 6. Now. Akshav. Already. Kavar. Good. Y'all doing good. Ball. Kadur. Football is kadoregel. Because regel is your leg and ball leg, or leg ball. Kadoregel. Football. Dog. Kelly. All right, now we can read our first blessing here. Let's read it together. Baruch Shem Kavod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed. Yay! You can now read scripture.
Oh my God.
Okay, I got 2 papers here.
No.
Here. You're gonna need it. All right.